So drain the radiator, and on this particular model, the drain plug is on the passenger side, and I can use a pair of adjustable pliers, wrench, and open that and put it right in the catch basin that is down below. Once this is fully drained, then we can start removing the clamps on the lower radiator hose. So the lower radiator hose is located on the driver's side, bottom of the radiator, and it's right here. It's about a 1 3/4, 2 inch circumference hose, and we're going to take the clamp off. That's a flathead screwdriver or an 8mm or 5/16 socket. Wave that off. Before I take it all the way off, now I'm going to release the upper clamp, which is connected to the water pump. So now we're following that lower radiator hose right up into the water pump here. This still has the factory clamp on it. They call them like expansion clamps because they activate with the heat. They tighten and loosen as the engine cools down. And I have a special tool, and it gets on the clamps, squeezes it, so I don't need a pair of pliers. Like that. And then I can just work my clamp down. Perfect. Release that, and now I can loosen it from the water pump. Make sure you're staying clear from any residual coolant that might be coming through. Then we're going to just take that hose right off. Nice. I can go here to the lower radiator and disconnect it there. So before I install the new lower radiator hose, I'm going to clean the surfaces in which it's going to be attached to. That's the water pump hose neck. I just want to get all that corrosion out of the way. Then I'm going to go over to the radiator and do the same. Make sure there's nothing, debris or anything. Now I'm going to attach the hose, bring it back up, attach it to the water pump first. Got my clamp right there, which, by the way, I'm not really a fan of that location, so I'm going to spin that around. See, sometimes it takes, really think about how this is going to go in and what's in the way. Simple as a hose. Okay, that's tight. Now I have access straight through here to get to that. I'm going to try to put it right back to the way I found it because there are center it. Make sure it's in the center of the neck going to that water pump. Should be hose on the other side showing, and then you can feel the bump where the end of that neck on that water pump is. Now we'll tighten this. Same with this, 8mm or a flathead screwdriver. I want to make sure I can feel where the end of that tube is. Make sure that hose is flush right up against that radiator. And now I can close the drain plug on the radiator. And that is a plastic with an O-ring in there, so to snug it up, I'm literally going to just like that. Don't crank on it because it will just crack. It's plastic. It should be good. Now we can top the system off with the coolant. So system's cool, obviously. Had the hose off. I can disconnect the cap. Place that someplace safe. I like to use universal coolant. Check your manual for recommendations. And we're going to fill this up, then run it. We'll run it for 45 minutes or so, and then watch the temperature go up and stay steady in the center of the gauge. I would just, now we can put the cap back on, make sure it clicks, start it up.